Hi everybody, Micheline from Micheline Makes here. This is a kind of what do you call it? Something to take your mind off what's going on. Because I've got nothing else to do, which is lovely. I must say, His Lordship is saying. I said to him, I said, "Oh, I'm absolutely enjoying this." And he said, "Are you really?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "All this time to do what I want to do." And he's going, "Really?" And he says, and I said, "Aren't you enjoying it? You know, it's better than working." And he said, "Well, I'd rather have things to do. I'd rather be a bit more free to move, come and go the way I want to." So I said, "But, you know, that's nice. When we're working, we're confined to one building all the time. So here we're confined to the house. So it's much better." So anyway, I thought what I'm going to try and do is, I'm going to try, and I can't promise it will work, but because we're all confined to houses, I thought I would try and do a daily vlog to let you see what I'm doing. First of all, well, it's now, what time is it now? 4 minutes past 1. We still haven't had lunch, but that's not a problem because it's usually about 3 o'clock before we get lunch. Yesterday we went for a walk up to the village to get some milk, and he decided he wanted to go for a long walk back, which I was happy to do, but the path that we were going to go down was blocked off. They're busy relaying it, and so we had to go right the long way around back home. And by the time we got home, I was hobbling with my leg, and I'm going, "Oh God." I didn't say anything, but I was hobbling. And we had done, in the day I had done 7,000 steps. So I was quite chuffed with myself. I got up this morning, not too bad, a little bit stiff in the leg, but I'm not complaining. Because we're all sitting down, don't forget that because you're sitting and you're not doing much, don't just make your legs go, but make your arms go and your hands go, because these are what gets arthritic. And if you've decided you don't fancy sewing, just while you're doing, put hand cream on and keep doing that all the time, and that makes your joints, warms your joints up and gets them going. I do that. We put hand cream on quite a lot. He swears by emu oil for his joints, because obviously he's got to do his guitar and he's doing that, so he swears by emu oil. And the place that I get the ache is there, just on those joints, so I rub it and rub it and rub it like that to try and make it to ease the joints. That one there, as I've said, is a bendy one. Nothing wrong. I haven't got any pain with it. It's because it's the way I used to use when I used to do hand engraving with the machine. My hand used to be constantly in that position. Now I've got a lovely lump on it. I think I've told you that once before. Anyway, I can't recall what I'm wearing here. This is it's a cotton top with a kimono type sleeve. And I faced it with some green bias binding that I made myself. The fabric, it's a bit of a stiffy type cotton. I got this from Dunelm shop, but it wasn't this colour. It was oh, I can't see it. I can see there, but it makes me feel funny. I'll take my glasses off. It's a greeny. It was a. I think I took a picture of it. So if I have, I'll put a picture up there. It was a white colour, and when I bought it, I think I showed you it last year that I bought it, and I thought, "Oh, that's quite nice." But the more I looked at it, the more I thought, "I'm not going to wear that colour." I bought this cotton fabric last year, I think it was, and it's yellow with greeny flowers. It's not working for me, so I thought I'm going to dye it, and I'm going to dye it turquoise. So let's see what happens to it. So I bought some turquoise machine dye, washed my fabric, and I've still got loads left. I've still got some here. There, I'll go close up to let you see what the fabric looks like. That's what it looks like. It was white with yellow flowers. It's turned out quite nice. So I'm very pleased with this, and this is what it's like. Kimono type sleeves, very comfortable. Oh, that's It's a lovely top. First time I've worn it actually. It's very happy with it. What more can I say about it? I can't remember which one it is. And this is something I really have to do. I have to start writing down. I did say I was going to do that and I haven't got round to it. But I will start writing down what I've made. Another thing, first of all, apologies to those of you who watched my vlog yesterday about the dress, and it was a cashmere dress. I kept saying it was Upton and it wasn't Upton, it was the Turner dress. Well, I'm not going to carry on because I actually made a comment. I redid the video, re-uploaded it, and some of you will have noticed it's the same one but slightly different titles. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. Now then, there's quite a lot of things I've been doing. There is one, I like watching into the Instagram, and there's one person I like to watch, and I'll see if I can find who she is. Hang on. You'll have to excuse the fact that our neighbour's out there mowing his lawn. You can hear the motor going. Anyway, this morning I decided that I would uplist onto eBay my drum kit manuals, because I used to play drums. I bought a drum kit about 8 years ago. I bought a drum kit and I bought it on eBay. I was chuffed to bits, and I said to Brian, I said, I've got a drum kit. So I brought the drum kit home, started learning to play, went for drum lessons, and then my father took ill and I had to cancel my drum lessons, and of course it never picked up. So then I decided, and every Christmas the drum kit would get put away and it wouldn't come back out. So it stayed put away for a good 6 months to 9 months. And then in the end I got it out again, and it was over the summer, and all the grandkids came in the summer and they're all banging on the drums and everybody was complaining about the noise, so it took them away again. And then I thought, right, I'll sell the drum kit and I'll get an electronic one, which I did. And I got an electronic drum kit, but I never quite picked it up from you know, I tapped on it a few times but never really picked it up again. And so in the end I sold the electronic drum kit as well. But I had also bought these fantastic manuals, as well as my drum teacher recommended a couple of books, and I'd bought these manuals as well on how to play drums. And so I decided, right, I haven't got any drum kit, I'm going to sell the manuals. So I spent this morning uplisting those onto eBay, thinking, well, maybe when somebody's got nothing to do, we're all sitting at home, perhaps somebody wants to play drums. But just let's hope whoever buys it doesn't live in a house that's attached to another house. Because I kept saying to Brian, I said, oh God, I said, we are very lucky, because in our little area they're nearly all older people with no children, and I think we're the only ones that bring in grandchildren now and again. But I said, imagine if you're waking up, because these people are confined, if you're waking up to children playing in the garden at 6 in the morning, especially if you're one that lies and you're going, oh golly, they're out again. So I really, as you know, it's times of confinement, and it must be awful for some people, especially if they're in very small cramped places. Anyway, so I uplisted those books, and they may go, they may not, they might not sell for very much, but I just thought, well, perhaps now's the time to declutter. And as a little extra story to that, day 2 of being confined, his lordship decided he wanted to clear shed number 2 out. We have 3 little sheds, not barns, not big things, we call them sheds. This one here is shed number 3. This used to be a garage. It's been converted into a little housey type shed, which was intended to be my sewing room on one side, or with engraving machines, and on the other side a garden room. But guess who's taken it over? Guess who's doing guess who's now taken complete control of this shed number 3. And this is my, what is it again, the Fortress of Solitude. You can see here, he's put that up there, the Fortress of Solitude. So he went into shed number 2, Shed number 1 is the back of here. Shed number 2 is down there. This is shed number 3. He went to shed number 2 and decided to start clearing things out. And he decided to he was going to get rid of a metal shelving unit and a metal filing cabinet that was in there. So he got them all out and then said to me, help me carry them to under where the swing seat is. And I was going, why are we putting it where the swing seat is? I know, we're going to be confined here for weeks. And you're putting that there so we can't sit on the swing seat. So then he huffed and he puffed and he said, oh. So I said, so I thought, well, I'm not going to say any more. But a couple of days later I said, why are we bringing them out? And he said, well, because we're going to get rid of them. And I said, but Brian, nothing is open. The refuse place isn't open. You can't take it anywhere because we're not allowed to drive anywhere. So I waited a day and then I said, do you think we could put those back in that shed again? Because, you know, otherwise we're going to have possibly 6 weeks with a filing cabinet and a metal shelving unit in the area where I like to sit on a swing seat. So he said, oh, right, okay, we'll do it, we'll move them back. What else have I been doing? Well, I'm busy making, Love Notions have some reduced patterns. They've got a few that are free. I think it may be a few other people are doing this because they know that people are confined, because they know that people can't buy patterns. They are trying to push you to buy their PDFs. And in the case of Love Notions, they've reduced the price. I don't know how long for, but it's probably well worth you trying to have a look at it. I bought quite a lot of patterns from them. They have some free ones. I bought a free pattern for making a pair of socks, so I thought, right, I'll make a pair of socks. I've downloaded quite a lot of patterns, and I'm going to need plenty of printer ink, of course, and I'm printing them off. But one of them that I've downloaded is this one, the Vivace Dolman. Would you say Vivace Dolman? I've got this far, and I'm using some more fabric that Jenny's sent me. She sent it the other day, and this is my Vivace Dolman that I'm busy doing now. I've got as far as this. I've got the front collar to do, and then I've got the front to do, and then it's almost done. Just got the sleeves are done. The sleeves have got the cuffs on, and I've just got to do the bottom. So that's one job I'm in the process of doing. Another job that I was doing, I've taken a fancy to some. I've been looking for other things. I might just show you one a day, because otherwise I might forget. I might not have anything else to show you. One thing I made. Where is it? Where's it gone to? Here. I watched someone on Instagram, and I can't remember her name, but if I can remember it, I'll put it up there. And she does patchwork like this. She patches the fabric like this, and then she makes it into bags or purses. She uses greys most of the time, but I thought, oh, this is the fabric that I got from France when I was there in the summer, in the winter, at New Year. And I thought, well, I'm going to try that. So I tried that first. And you can see I'm trying to patch different pieces. This is some fabric that I had spare, just little offcuts that I've been using. And then, so I thought that was quite nice. I'll do another one, and I backed it onto some very thin, slightly padded Vilene. What's it called? It's called Vliseline. So I backed it onto there. But then I got this pattern. I think it was a free download pattern. And it's a Spanish woman. No, a South American woman, I think it is. I can't remember. I'm trying to find it. I've saved it somewhere and I'm trying to find it. But basically she has made a bag. And the bag goes like that with a piece going there. And so I've got this far with it. I've done that bit there. The pattern is made up of 2 pieces. Now these are the 2 pieces, and she hasn't put a name on it. But that's the 2 pieces. And it tells you I cut it off the paper, and I think the name of it was on the top there. But that's the panel that goes at the bottom, and this is my panel here. That's the panel that I've got at the bottom. And the panel wraps around there. So I've got this here, like that. And the panel wraps round like that, round there to there, and round there to there. So that when you turn it sideways, you've got this panel there and there. And it looked quite nice, but she doesn't pad it. But I thought I'd try that. Now, I think it's going to be a bit more awkward because it's padded. It's got a bit of padding in it. And I used a thicker padding. A thicker padding there to put in between. I've used a zip a pink zip. And I've yet to put that to there, to sew that to that. It's a YouTube video. If I can find it, I'll put the information up there. If not, I'll tell you in another video. But this is what I'm working on at the moment. Very old one, but there's another one that I've made. This is a little, I made this years ago. This was probably one of my first ventures when I first came back into sewing. I had bought fat quarters, which I didn't know what they were. No, was it fat quarters? Yes, fat quarters. And this is for my little Kindle. Is the Kindle, my Amazon Kindle, to go into, and just slips in there and with a button on there, like that. I think I've shown you that before, but that was one of the first attempts that I had of doing some sort of patchworky type of thing, and I think I had to hand sew down the side because at that point I wasn't too sure what to do. But the inside is lined with a brown spotty. The inside's lined with that, and I thought a nice big button there would look quite nice so I can get it in and out. So that's another little thing that I made. These are all, when you're not in the mood for sewing, you might be in more of a mood for doing this sort of thing. I think we'll stop there for today. So as I say, I'm very pleased with this. If I can find the lady's name for this, I will put her link up. And I'm fascinated by what she does. I think it's really good the way she sews these and makes them into really nice bags and purses. So I will let you see what that one is. And those, I like those fabrics. The colours have turned out quite nice there. Anyway, at this point I'm going to stop and I'm going to let you get on. And I'll hopefully catch you with a daily dose tomorrow.